The 32nd group of Peace Corps volunteers were officially sworn in on Wednesday at the U.S. Ambassador's residence in Cummins Lodge on the east coast of Demerara. The Peace Corps volunteers have been serving in Guyana since 1966. U.S. Ambassador to Guyana Sarah Ann Lynch administered the Peace Corps oath and pledge that officially made the trainees into volunteers.
Do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America.
The ambassador said Peace Corps is one of the finest training offered by the United States to provide necessary assistance to countries and promote better understanding of American people. According to the ambassador, 40% of the volunteers will be posted to Indigenous communities that need the most assistance.
The Peace Corps' special ingredient in Guyana, as well as globally, is a people-to-people approach to learning, reinforcing, and building capacity at the community level. And you're being posted to almost all of Guyana's 10 regions, I think 8 out of the 10, and 40% of you will be serving in some of the neediest Indigenous communities.
Minister of State Dawn Hastings Williams said the work by the Peace Corps volunteers will continue to benefit communities in enhancing education, health, and environmental development.
The contribution made by Peace Corps volunteers towards the development and progress of Guyana is highly appreciated. In areas such as education, health, and environment, the hinterland areas of our country, and more so the Indigenous communities, have all benefited and will continue to benefit from these volunteers.
The 29 volunteers arrived in June this year and began their pre-service training. The volunteers lived with host families and were introduced to the Guyanese way of life. One of the volunteers, Catherine Nays, spoke about the experience living with host families.
The time between when we were informed about our host families to actually meeting them, there were a lot of uncertainties and curiosity. What would they be like? What would they eat? Would we get along? Well, turned out that the host families were not only the water needed for our continual growth, but a lot of the sunshine too. They nurtured us to grow with each dish of delicious Guyanese food, with each family gathering, with each community occasion, or with each evening gaff and creoles that we would stumble through as we were still learning.
Meanwhile, Deputy Chief Medical Officer Dr. Karen Boyle said the volunteers have been doing outstanding work in the country, such as school outreaches, interactive information sessions, and open health days. She encouraged the volunteers to savor the rich cultural heritage in Guyana. Reporting for Newsroom, Esenela Patwa.